The Midwest Clinic is an annual international band and orchestra festival that features concert performances from selected groups, showcasing new music for high school music programs and offer music teachers from across America the opportunity to meet and exchange ideas. And at the end of December of 2017, Johns Creek High School Chamber Orchestra got the chance to travel to Chicago.
My name is Young Kim. I'm the orchestra teacher here at Johns Creek High School.
Hello, my name is John Clinton. I'm with the Board of Directors for the Midwest International Band and Orchestra Clinic.
As it is the largest music clinic of its kind, being selected to perform at Midwest is the highest achievement for any high school ensemble. Before they are allowed to perform at Chicago, all performing groups have to undergo a rigorous audition process.
So in March, we have an opportunity for people to send in DVDs and CDs who want to audition to be one of the bands, orchestras, or jazz bands. And so they will send those in, and we will send 3 days listening to CDs of all these different groups from all over the world who have asked to come to perform at Midwest.
It's truly an honor for us, our Johns Creek High Schools, to be featured in this year's Midwest Clinic. We're one of 5 high school string orchestras to be performing.
When we talk about the auditions, if we have spaces for 10 people or 10 groups to come and perform, but we only have 8 that meet the criteria, we'll only select 8. The competition is quite high, the standards are quite high, and the expectations, once you get to Midwest as a performer, the audience expectations are very high as well. So we want to make sure that we have the top groups come to perform from Midwest every year.
Getting selected is one thing, but that's the first step. The process of performing there is the challenging and also very, very rewarding. Our kids work very, very hard, and regardless what happens in Chicago, what I want the kids to learn is the working very, very hard to prepare so that we won't have any regrets regardless what happens. And the experience that I want my kids to feel after this is the hard work put in, and finally the outcome. And that's exploring the wonderful city of Chicago during the holiday season would be wonderful. And I want it to be a very memorable experience for my kids.
My name is William Poole, and I'm a founder of William Poole Music Academy. And I've been playing the violin for 40 years.
One of the pieces that we're going to be performing, it's Charters by Monty, and the soloist is Mr. William Poole, former associate concertmaster with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. It's just really neat to have outstanding professional musicians play with the high school students.
Its style is gypsy style, gypsy music, and Charters is a type of dance that is very popular. It has its style of improvisation, very expressive. Over the years, this piece has been played by many top artists as a showpiece. It's not a big concert piece, but it's very popular, very appealing, and the audience love it. It has give the performer an opportunity to do your own style or your own interpretation into this piece. So that's a lot of fun. And although the notes are written in the music in a specific way, but the real true style of playing it is the player should have a freedom to adding things and improvise things based on the structure of the piece.
Okay, at Midwest, in addition to me conducting, we have some outstanding guest conductors. We have Dr. Vandewalker, who's the Performing Arts Coordinator with the Fulton County School System. He will guest conduct. My good colleague, Band Director of Johns Creek High School, he will be conducting as well. And we have Mr. Michael Palmer from Georgia State University is another guest conductor. So it's going to be very exciting.
I'm Al Estep. I'm the band director here at Johns Creek High School. Well, mine was a seasonal piece. I believe the title was basically Christmas, and with the emphasis on bass, so it featured the bass section of the orchestra, they were up front as a solo section. A fun piece. It was for a younger orchestra. Part of the requirements on the orchestra or on any performing group in the Midwest, you have to play all levels of music, grade 1 through grade 6. Not elementary grades, but grades of music. And this one was a younger one, probably a level 2 piece, and they showcase these new pieces to encourage younger groups to play those pieces. The publishing companies do. So it was a fun piece to do. It was a jazz kind of piece, so it swings, and we had a great time just working up the style and everything. And even though it was an easy piece, it was a wonderful experience for them to be able to play it, and also extremely just fun.
I'm Tim Anderson. I am the orchestra director here at Autry Mill Middle School. I conducted a piece called The John Hardy Dances. I think it's by Bob Lipton. It's a very cool piece, a little unusual, had kind of an odd Egyptian flair middle part, but then the rest of it was a more traditional sort of dance fiddle tune.
My name is Dr. David Vandewalker. I'm the coordinator of performing arts for the Fulton County Schools. Well, I did the Paso Doble today. The El Macario is a brand new piece out this year, and it was tons of fun. It really goes back to kind of a Spanish march sporting event song, really, that takes back, and it's a dance, so it's lively and energetic and celebratory. Well, you know, what's fun about it is it's well within their technical and musical skill set, so they're not really having to think about how to play the piece, so they just get to enjoy in creating that Spanish dance and flair of the piece. So it really was fun, at least from my standpoint. I think theirs, because like I said, it's one of those things they could just make music and not have to think about the technical stuff.
My name is Michael Palmer. I'm the Distinguished Professor of Orchestral Studies at Georgia State University. I conducted the Mozart Divertimento first movement. Well, Mozart is always a great teacher in terms of ensemble playing, because it's everything about it is so very refined and interconnected and linked so beautifully. So it has to be performed perfectly to really sit up and sparkle the way it does. And so that the students really had to learn how to listen to each other within the ensemble, know which parts were the important moving parts and which parts were the important ones to bring out and play as an ensemble. So Mozart is very good for teaching that.
Real special moment for me as coordinator of Fulton County Performing Arts to have a chance to share in that and share the stage with the students, because just sharing in that music making with them and being one of our students in one of our schools is important and special to me.
You know, the Johns Creek Orchestra is so remarkable, and seems to get better and better every year. It's just a remarkable program there. They should expect the opportunity to see what's going on in the rest of the world in their field, with their colleagues and their peers, the other students around the world and around the United States particularly, and the level of playing, their experiences, and also the opportunity to experience one of the 5 great cities in the country, Chicago, and what it has to offer.
It's the only clinic of its kind in the world. There's nothing that can better benefit you as a director or as students, performing groups, and also attendees in every facet that you can imagine that has everything to do with band and orchestra.
My goal is for my students to give their best. It's like running a race, and you just finish very strong, work very, very hard today, and I felt that looking at the schedule that we were able to do that.